So if you're an avid viewer, watcher of my channel, then you know that it takes quite a lot, like a lot, for me to call a product a holy grail, to give it that such high status that if I was to ever replace one of those, then it would just be revolutionary. Oh my god. I feel like a lot of people nowadays throw that term around, but I am very strict around here. We keep it to the books. But alas, sometimes those products do go replaced, and I do find something that's even better. So I thought I would share with you guys some of my holy grail beauty products that I have actually gone out and replaced. I have found something new. We have broken up. I'm in a new relationship and I'm very happy in this new relationship, but sometimes I do miss the old one. This may well be very telling to my actual love life as well and my commitment issues. So that is what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. Let me know what some of your holy grail products are in the comments down below, and while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest uploads. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase and do the one that I know you guys are probably screaming that I'm gonna talk about. And this is one product that I called a holy grail, and I had it since like the start of my channel, and I've recently replaced it in the past couple years. It has been the Hourglass Veil Primer. This is actually an empty bottle I got from my empties basket, which I will be doing one eventually. But I really loved this one for a long time because it worked great with a lot of other foundations. And I will say that I did appreciate this primer for the fact that it really did a great job at controlling oil, and it worked with a variety of different foundations. So that was the main reason that I loved reaching for this one. But in the past couple of years, you guys, if you watch my channel, you know I'm in love with the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I love this one particularly because not only is it silicone free, unlike the Hourglass one, it also does a phenomenal job at blurring my pores. That's just one thing that I didn't find the Hourglass one did, was blur my pores, and I would have to go in with a separate smoothing primer on my nose, because if I don't, like, every single pore is accentuated. That's how large they are. So I really love having this one. I know this is a hit or miss primer, but for me, it is a holy grail of mine. It's definitely a primer that I feel like I have not reached for lately with the summertime, but trust me, when winter comes around and I'm wearing more full coverage foundations, this is the one I love to reach for because I know it's going to give me a nice, smooth, and even canvas. I do still love the Hourglass one, do not get me wrong, but the Milk Makeup one just, it has my heart. We're soulmates. It has my heart. So I don't ever really like to say that I have one holy grail foundation because there are so many different ones that I love, and I love using them for different occasions and different reasons. However, when I met the wonderful and beautiful YSL All Hours Foundation, I knew that we were meant to be, and this was destiny. I still love this foundation. It gives me the most flawless finish. I get such a great longevity out of it as well, and it blurs my pores. However, the price tag is the reason that I have not repurchased it, because it is around like $60. Like, that is ridiculous, and I just don't have that money to go willy-nilly spending all the time. Like, I'm in grad school. That's already stressing me out enough. I don't need my wallet stressing me out even more. So that's the reason I have not repurchased this one, but I have gone out, repurchased the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. This is one that I think is very comparable to the YSL All Hours Foundation, and it definitely has reached a holy grail status for me. I think it's a much better price point, around like $40-something, and it does the exact same thing. I will say I don't get as much long wear out of this one as I do the YSL one. Like, I still love the YSL one, do not get me wrong. I still love that foundation. I will repurchase one day. But in the meantime, the NARS one makes for a great everyday foundation for me. It gives me a nice medium coverage, and it looks like my skin as well. And I like the fact that it's also a silicone-based foundation, so it is going to blur my pores like the YSL one does as well. So we all know my love affair with the Becca multitasking powders, and then how Becca just broke up with me like that and just discontinued this powder. I was left in tears. It's not even like I got a proper text message and was told we were done. I just went online one day and found out that they just stopped making it. And it was literally like your boyfriend just changing his relationship status to single on Facebook, and that's how he's breaking up with you. Like, no warning, no replacement coming back in, no one waiting on the sidelines, literally just cold turkey like that. And I had never been so crushed in my life. I have literally scoured the TJ Maxx's and Marshalls for these, and I cannot find them anywhere. This was my favorite setting powder of all times. It gave me such a beautiful finish to the skin. I don't know why I'm holding it up because there's literally nothing in here. But I did find a replacement that I do appreciate and I have repurchased multiple times, and I do think it's a holy grail for me. It is the Sephora Collection Matte Perfection Powder Foundation. I will say that I do not have a perfect match in this foundation. However, when it comes to blurring pores and really mattifying the skin and getting longevity out of it, it's very comparable. I think that I get such a great wear out of it, and it does really look like my skin. It melts into the skin very evenly, whether I use a brush or a sponge to apply it. I really do like it. And also, I mean, I do get more bang for my buck with this, especially with the price tag of it and the size in comparison. I do think it's definitely worth it. So if you have been looking for like a powder foundation to try out, whether that be as a setting powder or on its own, I do like the Sephora Collection ones. I think they are really underrated and a lot of people do not talk about them, but this one, it really is great and I would give it a shot. And if you know anywhere I can find the Becca ones, please let a girl know because I'm desperate. So let's talk about bronzers. I do have two I want to talk about, a cream one and a powder one, but to start off, we all know I love Nudestix. Like, that's not a hidden fact here. If you look at the trailer on my channel, it's a Nudestix video. There's no shame in my game when it comes to them. So the Nudies Bondi Bay bronzer was a hit for me for a long time. I really do love this one. I think it gives you such a beautiful natural bronze look. I will say if you have fair skin, it can lean a little orange. So that's the only con I have about it. But I did love this for a long period of time. It dries matte. It looks so natural on the skin. However, when I ran out of it the first time and my store was out of stock of it, I did go and pick up the Milk Makeup bronzer, and I gotta say, I love this one so much more. Not only is it a creamier application, I like the color of it more. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more yellow toned, so it looks a little bit more natural on the skin when you blend it out, whereas this one's a little bit more darker for fair skin and it's a little terracotta orange. So not only is the Milk Makeup one a better color and blend out a lot better, you also get a full solid ounce of product. Like, I've had this one, God, I want to say since like May or June, and I still have this much product left in it. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't think I'm ever gonna run out of it. Honestly, like, there's so much product in here, and I only use it when I'm wearing more natural foundation. I'll wear it like up here and then on the cheekbones a little bit, and sometimes on my neck. It looks gorgeous, and I never feel like I'm gonna hit the bottom of it. Whereas the Nudestix one, you don't get as much in there. You only get 0.25 ounces, so I do feel like I run out of it more quickly. The main difference between the two are the colors, and that this one dries matte, whereas this one doesn't dry down. So if you're wearing it with no powder or you just want to wear it by itself, it's going to look more like your skin and not have such a contrasting difference. So those are mainly only two. I still love both, but the Milk Makeup one has just been one I've been reaching for a lot more. I think we all know that I gave Benefit such grief when they came out with the Hoola Lite, and then I tried it out and I fell in love with it. This is the second time I bought this one, and I really do love this bronzer for fair skin. It's not too orange and it looks so natural, and you can easily build it up on the skin. But one day curiosity did get the best of me, like it always does, and I did try out the Hourglass bronzer in Nude Bronze Light, and I gotta say, this bronzer, it's the tits, honestly. It's amazing because of how radiant it just makes your skin look, and that's something I don't want with a bronzer. Like, I don't want any shine. I want it to be completely matte, but the way that it makes your skin look, it gives you a nice lived in look. Like, it actually looks like an actual tan on your skin instead of just powder. I definitely gotta say, these are really worth my penny. I know I talk about this all the time. I mentioned it in my last video. I think they're really worth it because you get so much product and it looks so diffused and natural on the skin that it looks really effortless and gives you that model off-duty look. Everybody raves about the Beauty Blender. Like, it's the best, you know, cosmetic sponge out there on the market. It's the #1 one. You can't live without it. Oh my God. I hate the original Beauty Blender. That pink one, I hate it. It's one of the worst ones I think out there. But I used to use it like crazy. I used to only use a Beauty Blender. I would never, ever reach for another type of sponge. And then I met this little gem. This is the Fenty Precision Sponge. You guys know that I use this probably in every foundation tutorial that I do. I talk about this one all the time because it really is so much softer than the original Beauty Blender. I have an entire video on Beauty Blender dupes that I will leave a link for up here, and I talk about both of these in comparison. Definitely go check it out. That way you can see a lot of other Beauty Blender dupes out there on the market, but the Fenty one is one of my favorite ones just because of the size, the shape of it is, the softness of it. It does absorb a ton of product, but I definitely think that it gives you a much better application. It doesn't look as streaky or as patchy as the Beauty Blender one does sometimes. So we all know that Matte Pink Pot in the shade Painterly is my ride or die, because this is one of my favorite eye primers and face primers. Link up here if you want to check out what I mean by that. But I really do love reaching for this to prime my eyes because I have super translucent eyelids. You can see every single vein on my lids, and this is really the only thing that will cancel it out and give me a nice even canvas to work with. I will say I have found one that I think is a lot more sanitary, and I do prefer a little bit more. It is the Sigma Beauty Eyeshadow Base Primer. This is the shade Persuade. It is the exact same shade as Painterly, so if you like using that one, I would recommend this one. And it's not because I have an affiliate code with Sigma at all. It's just purely because of the fact that since it isn't a pencil, it's a lot more sanitary to apply. It's a lot easier, a lot quicker, and I think that the price point is a lot better than the MAC one, and it's a lot creamier, I think, than the MAC one, because you can easily blend it out to get a thinner layer, whereas the MAC one sometimes can feel a little bit more clumpier, a little bit thicker, so you don't get a nice even application. So when Lancome's Monsieur Big Mascara launched last year, it was literally anything everybody could talk about on YouTube. Like, it's one of the best mascaras out there. This is the waterproof version, but I don't actually like the waterproof version. I prefer the original version, but I don't have a tube of it on hand to talk about because I have replaced it. You guessed it. Milk Makeup's Kush mascara has hands down replaced this. You guys know that because I literally cannot stop talking about this one. I mentioned it in my last video as well. This is such a better mascara in my opinion because not only does it condition your lashes, it's formulated with CBD oil, so it will help to soften and strengthen your lashes over time. My lashes don't feel crunchy when I'm wearing it. My lashes genuinely feel softer when I'm wearing this, but I also think it's great for building volume on the lashes because it doesn't clump. But typically brushes like the Milk Makeup one do tend to clump on my lashes, but I don't have that problem with that one. So I think that if you are someone that loves a lot of volume in their lashes, but you find that a lot of volumizing mascaras tend to clump on your lashes and make them really thick, spidery, and crunchy, and you hate that like I do, you would definitely really like the Milk Makeup one. So a long time ago, literally like 2015, 2016, but that's either here nor there, NARS released their Audacious lipsticks, and the shade Raquel quickly stole my heart to the point where I literally almost finished a tube and then I lost it, and I was so upset. I was about to be completely baffled at myself that I literally was about to finish a whole tube of lipstick. I have hundreds of lipsticks. That's never gonna freaking happen, but I almost finished that one. And see, what did I tell you? I actually found this in my car the other day after I filmed the video underneath the seat, but I did actually almost finish this lipstick. I have no idea if this is still sanitary or safe to use, but I wasn't lying. I am so proud of myself that I almost finished this, and I'm tempted to try and finish this actually. Also, don't judge my nails. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that I wasn't lying. I actually almost have finished a complete lipstick out of, that's just the nudes. We're not even gonna get started on that. This is a beautiful pinky nude lipstick. Literally me in a lipstick. And I love the pigmentation of it. One swipe, you get this intense pigmentation. And I thought nothing could ever replace my love for Raquel. And then MAC Cosmetics came out with their lip intensities and introduced dough into my life. And oh my god, the formulation is so comparable. It's ridiculous. The colors are not similar whatsoever. This one is a little bit more yellow and a little bit more beige. However, in one swipe, you get the same amount of pigmentation, the same amount of intensity, and they're super creamy on the lips. You get that nice demi-matte finish. They don't bleed on your lips, they don't transfer, they don't patch up throughout the day. They really are so creamy and beautiful to the point where I could wear it for hours on end and forget that I'm even wearing it. They're so comfortable. I love the Liptensity so much. I think they're one of the best formulations MAC has ever done with their lipsticks. It's my favorite formulation they've ever done, and I will repurchase them as long as they keep coming out with the shades. I still do love NARS's Raquel. I obviously repurchased it after I lost it because I needed it back in my life, but if the price is something that is intimidating to you, because these are $30 for a freaking magnetic tube of lipstick, which I mean is pretty cool, I definitely would rather reach for the lip intensities from MAC because this is very similar formulation and finish, but it's not gonna hurt your wallet. Alrighty guys, so that has been my holy grail products that I've replaced. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments down below what other videos you want to see from me recently. I am trying to plan a ton of videos out for you guys, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see. And while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Also hit the notification notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest uploads. I do upload weekly, where that's once or twice a week, so make sure you guys do have that little bell clicked so you can be notified when I do upload. And that about does it for me today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and if it's not great, I hope it does get better, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye!